We have seen now at the beginning, I wanted to explain about our Archdiocese. In the last program, we have looked at a bit of our history, where we are coming from, and today I wanted to focus a little bit about how a diocese runs. Because when we say running an archdiocese or diocese, normally we are talking about different bodies or entities that work together. We have offices, we have other entities, we have groups of people that actually make the diocese move. The bishop by himself, he cannot run a diocese. So we have what we have, I would like just to zero in to focus on one group, which is called the College of Consultors. College of Consultors are basically as a group of priests according to Canon Law 502. They can be 6 from number 6 up to 12. They can be 6 in number, but they cannot go up to 12 in number. And they are appointed by the bishop, and for a 5-year period. 5-year period. And what is their role? This College of Consultors, what they do, they give counsel, they give advice, they give, their counsel to the bishop on critical matters, because we can't have a discussion on everything that happens in the Archdiocese. There are other areas, other offices too that are entrusted with this work of dealing with matters that are very concrete. But they do give this very important service. And now it's a bishop actually for him to accept or to use this advice. Now, these are the people. Who are they? They are priests. They are priests. According to Canon Law, for the time being in the Catholic Church, the College of Consultors is made up of clergy from the diocese. Now, these clergy, they can be from the diocesan clergy. They can also be from the religious men, priests who are religious orders. They can come together and assist the bishop. So that's one area which I think I wanted us to look at and to see that this is understood. Now, the second group, which I think is also good to understand, is what we call the Curia. Now, the Curia is another set of administrators, if I can call them, that are entrusted with very important offices. Let me give an example. The pastoral area is guided by the pastoral coordinator. We have the judicial office that have to do with the Canon Law and what we call judicial matters. Then we have other offices too that are very important. We can talk of the bishop's secretary, and we can also talk of the representative from the chaplaincies. All this team, they are, I can call them, they are managers, if I have to use that word, in the church, that are actually in charge of very important offices, ecclesiastical offices. Now, I wanted to explain a little bit about more of the other bodies, and that is apart from the College of Consultors, I've mentioned also I wanted to mention about the Diocesan Council of Priests. These are the deans foreign. When we come to Canon Law, there's a family of parishes in an area. Now that one is run by, it's called a deanery. And the priest who is in charge of animating life in the deanery is called dean. So the deans, they come together in a body which is called Diocesan Council of Priests. They bring matters that come from the grassroots. They bring them to the bishop, and we do discuss a lot with them. And then further to that, we have the Presbyterial Council. Now, this is a meeting. It's just a general meeting. We ask all the priests from the parishes to come together. We do share about the pastoral challenges, and also other things. They do ask questions, and that team, Presbyterian Council, is a very important area. Now, people may think to say, up to now, you have been talking about bodies that are only composed of men. What of the women? I want to just put a bit record straight. According to Canon Law, the ones I've mentioned, they have to be occupied by priests, yes. But they only form, I would say, about 30% of the running of the diocese. We have 70% of the administration here, which is run by people who are not priests. We have lay people, we have sisters, we have religious brothers. These are the ones running, for example, the finances. You can't have the diocesan finance. It's not according to Canon Law that the one who is a director of finance should be necessarily a priest. Currently, we have a religious sister, Sister Dorice Tembo, who is running very well this office of our finances. And in our office, we have lay people. And you can go to other areas, the commissions, health, education. The ones running it are not priests. We are a church that is hierarchical. I have to mention that the Catholic Church has a structure which is a little bit like a pyramid. The first top of the pyramid, from the Holy Father coming down to some level, is run by priests. That one we can't. But there are areas that are for everybody. For example, even in the Vatican now, the heads of department of the Catholic Church in the Vatican, some of them are not priests. So these are areas that they do not necessarily have to be occupied by priests. The Holy Father is a priest. The cardinals are priests. Then you have the bishops, they are priests. And then you have the rest of it. But if you go to the Vatican, now when I say the Vatican, that's where the Catholic Church is. There are offices here, we can call them maybe ministries, like where you have different sectors. They are not necessarily run today by priests. So we have sisters in charge. For example, the running of the affairs of the Vatican state, what they call governorato, the governorate of the Vatican now is a sister who is in charge of it. And it's a very important role. We are working together. I think it comes into play here, the whole issue of working together, synodality, and I wanted just to shed light on that. For Lilongwe Archdiocese, our offices are found here at Maula, and our people are very approachable, and some of these offices have their own outlets, like here we have Radio Arinafe. You can contact them directly and to see what they are doing. And even through the radio, we can access information about what's happening in the archdiocese. Your question is a very important question. I've been asked this question many times. To the person out there in the village or at home, seated somewhere, I have a very simple message to you. Anyone who is baptized, even those who are not baptized, we have the catechumens, all of us, we form the church and we form the archdiocese. Where you are, you form part of this diocese. So you are the diocese in a way. If you are in a small Christian community, if you are in a parish, that's where the diocese is. And then what are we doing here? Here what we have is the running of this archdiocese, coordinating all these areas that are coming together, because the diocese has to be coordinated. And that our being here is only making sense because of you out there. So, in a way, I have to say that you and us are like two sides of the coin. You form the church, we form the part that helps this church to move forward by organizing activities and programs. And this comes to the point whereby I would like that people should not feel scared to come here. If you have a time and you're passing through, just walk into our offices and introduce yourself, and you'll be taken around. You can see and ask what people are doing, and whatever I've said, I think is also available, open to you to see. Yeah, I would like to clarify a bit about the title of Monsignor, because here in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe we have Monsignor Patrick Taware, one of our most respected priests. The question has been asked to us because when he was installed as Monsignor, he had previously been called Monsignor as Vicar General. So the question was, what is it new here? Why is this, was he not Monsignor before and all that? I want to clarify around the issue about the title of Monsignor. I think the title Monsignor in English may not be fully explained, but in the languages that are rooted in Latin, like for example in French, for example, Monseigneur, it has the sense of my Lord, which is also similar to the title that we use for the bishop, his lordship. But the Monsignor is, according to the laws of the church, Canon Law, a Monsignor is a title, an honorary title, given by the Holy Father, the Pope, upon request by a local church. The local church comes together and they said, we have identified this priest or these priests, and because of their dedication, commitment, and all that to the church, good example of life, would like that you, the Holy Father, give them the title of Monsignor. Actually, this title also has the sense of chaplain of the Holy Father, but that's another thing for another day. So this Monsignor, when this is given through a decree, official letter, it comes to the diocese and there's its installation and it's given, and it's accompanied by the dress, which is similar to that of the bishop, but minus the cross. They don't put on the cross. So in the case of Lilongwe Archdiocese, we made a request to the Holy Father upon consultations for our Father Patrick Taware to be made Monsignor according to the mind of the church. And this was agreed upon. In Malawi, there are two Monsignors, by the way. I would like to say this. We have Monsignor Patrick Taware and Monsignor Henry Chinkanda of the diocese, currently working at the Secretariat of the Bishops' Conference. So this is what happened. Now, what about the other Monsignors? Because all the Vicar Generals, we have been calling them Monsignors. This is just a custom. It's just a tradition. A tradition that was meant to give them respect, but then at a certain point, as you know, it creates a problem. When one is no more the Vicar General, people are saying, should we be calling you Monsignor or Father? Because it's like the title expires. Now, that's not right, because I think we were giving these titles, and we are still giving to the Vicar Generals. But I think my own view is that one day we should stick by the mind of the church. The mind of the church is to have the Holy Father appoint someone a Monsignor, and then we install him. For those who are Vicar Generals, I think there are other titles like Very Reverend Father. Some can also just say Father or the Vicar General. I think it's respectful enough. I would like to thank each one of us for patiently following this program, and I appreciate whatever we are doing, who we are. I know you may have questions or comments. Feel free to send them to our colleagues here at Radio Alinafe. They'll forward them to me. I'll look at them, and along the way, I'll try to respond to them. But thanks a lot, and we really are very proud of you. We appreciate all your your participation in the church, and let's move together as we send Chichewa Tiyende Limodzi. Thank you. Zikomo kwambiri.